Brett Hudson.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I've got some free tinfoil for the member that just took a seat. He can make himself a quality hat out of it. Sir, I'd just like to take this opportunity to congratulate the All Blacks on an outstanding performance. The team is back in New Zealand. I'm looking forward to seeing them here on Friday morning. They've done a great job. What we see there is a collection of individuals, Mr Speaker, who had a plan, who had confidence in each other's abilities and who focused on the things that matter. They've brought home the cup, New Zealand's cup. For the last 7 years, this country has had a national-led government, a team full of bright and capable people who know what they're doing, who have a plan and who have focused on the things that matter to Kiwis and their families. 7 years ago, almost to the day, Mr Speaker, was a watershed moment. It was the day, or the day when Parliament was sworn in after the Kiwi voters had turfed out, had rid themselves of a Labour government that was out of touch with Kiwis' needs and aspirations. A Labour government that thought the real issues of the day were light bulbs and shower heads, and who had increased government spending by about 50% for no increase in return and quality of services or outcomes. Mr Speaker, to paraphrase Ronald Reagan, the Labour government is like a baby's elementary canal, with a healthy appetite at one end and no responsibility at the other. And that's what New Zealand saw. But what they saw in National at that time was a party with the policies that were in step with New Zealanders' aspirations. They could see that we were irrelevant to them, and they continue to see that, Mr Speaker, in 2011 and a year ago when they re-elected this national-led government back into office. A government, Mr Speaker, a government with a plan that saw New Zealand come out of the worst recession around the globe for decades, come out of that recession stronger and sooner than all of our other trading nations and most of the nations in the OECD. A government that has seen about 180,000 jobs created over the last 4 years, a government that's seen a $10,000 increase in the average wage since 2008, a government that's seeing living standards for New Zealanders improve, with average wages growing a lot faster than inflation, sir. A government that understands that in order to help the prospects for its people, it needs businesses that are growing and selling more around the world. A government that is open to opening markets with free trade agreements, such as the Korean Free Trade Agreement, Mr Speaker, and the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement, successfully negotiated recently by the Honourable Tim Grosser and his team. An agreement that opens up 40% of the global market to Kiwi businesses, 40%, 800 million customers. And we'll see tariffs reduced over almost all of the products and services that New Zealand businesses deliver and will deliver. It's an outstanding result for Kiwis. It's an outstanding future that we have to look forward under this national-led government. And outside of the area of trade and the economy, Mr Speaker, what more has the government done? Well, we've given increased doctors' visits, free doctors' visits and prescriptions up to under 13s, Mr Speaker. We've got record levels of investment in education, particularly in early childhood education, to raise participation. We're helping Kiwis get into their first homes through our Home Start package. We've removed about $1.2 billion worth of ACC levies, and with a forecast further $450 million over the next 2 years, sir. And this national-led government is the first government to increase real benefits in 43 years. 43 years and 2 Labour administrations. They claim to be there for the working people and those most in need, Mr Speaker. They certainly didn't raise their benefits in real terms. It took a caring national government to do that. Well, sir, in the area of technology where I come from, I'd also note, sir, with our ultra-fast broadband and rural broadband programs chugging along, we're going to be delivering faster broadband to New Zealanders. The UFB program's already 50% complete. Over 1 million Kiwis now can sign up to real broadband speeds, either through UFB or RBI. This is a government that's focused on the things that really matter. This is a government that will continue to focus on the things that matters to Kiwi. Whereas the Labour Party, sir, in the words to paraphrase Mark Twain, is no man's life, liberty or prosperity is safe when a Labor government is in office. Thank you, sir.
Marama Fox.
Mr. Speaker, nei te mihi ki a koe.